It's a short par 4 to start your round at the Vintage. The map says it all, and pretty much what you're going to see from the tee is water. It's only a 150 metre carry from the back tees, so it's not really in play. But what is worthy of your attention is that big gum tree on the left. So verge right, it'll open up the green, a two-tiered green, tier at the back, tier at the front. Precision is key, short is water. Good luck. Things tighten up almost immediately for the second hole. It's a long shoot for a tee shot. You literally cannot be right. So long and left is your play, short right, in fact any right is a problem, and you really need to get that ball right down there to the middle to open up the green. There's a short water carry, and then the green is, well, let's be honest, it's small and well bunkered. So again, precision is the key. The third hole is the number 1 rated hole on the course, as in it is the hardest. And the tee shot is a big part of that. The day we filmed, they were doing some work on the bunkers, but there is that bunker short right. You've got water and reeds on the right-hand side, and you can easily run out of room on the left. So you've got to think about that drive. Then your second shot, water on the left to a very well bunkered green. This one on the right-hand side that's being worked on protects that sort of safe area, and the green itself, whilst quite large, has a lot of undulations. To the fourth, and again, another water carry, and if the second you could not go right, on the fourth you cannot go left, and you really need to get that ball right down the fairway. So it's about 200 metres to give yourself a shot at the green. The further right you are, the better the chance it's seeing the green. And if that pin is tucked out there on the left-hand side, you really need to be way down there on the right. Great hole, great green. The short par 3 fifth is the easiest hole on the course, but there's a lot to it. Water on the right-hand side, you've got water on the left as well, or a dry bed creek most of the time, and then the beautiful green that's got a stack of undulation, so low on the front, high on the back, is surrounded by bunkers. Easiest hole on the course? Maybe not. The sixth is a long par 4 requiring a really decent drive. The right-hand side is dead, though you can chip out from those trees. So the aiming point is that bunker on the left. Push it down, and this is all downhill from this point to a green that is pretty open, apart from those bunkers on the right. It slopes from front to back and will really test your chipping and putting skills. A lovely hole, one of the hardest on the course. If it's all been feeling a bit claustrophobic to this point, now is the time to open the shoulders. A long, generous par 5. If you can get the ball to the top of the hill, it will roll down on this slope towards the green. That's Bimbadgin Estate on the left-hand side. A hard hole to get to in 2, a 3-shot par 5 for most of us. Watch that bunker on the right. It's big and it's deep to a well-protected and quite a small green with a front section and a back section as well. Beautiful hole. If every golf course has a signature hole, this one is it for the Vintage. An incredibly difficult par 3 across water, a long par 3, but there are various tees that make it easier the further you go forward. Bunkers on the left, water on the right, and the green slopes from back to front. A very difficult but rewarding hole. At the ninth, there's a chance to open the shoulders again. This is the number 2 hole on the course. So a bit of clearing going in there on the left-hand side. It's a long par 4, it's uphill, and the tree on the left is definitely in play, as is the bunker on the right. So something to thread your way through there. And it's a relatively small green, protected by a bunker on the left, and there's a big slope again, a tier at the back and a tier at the front. And if you're not onto the green, your ball will come forward into that collection area. Great hole, number 2 on the course. No matter which tee you're starting from, it is a long par 5 to kick off this back 9, but a generous par 5, so a big landing area for your tee shot, and it really begs the question, what will you do with your second? And that is exactly Norman's intention. So there's a collection area here just before the water on the left-hand side. That's about 100 metres short of the green, or you can go for that other landing zone to the right of the green, but that is up a slight hill. And then, as you can see, just past the pond, the green, small green, protected by that bunker on the right-hand side, and it all falls away on the left-hand side. 2 tiers to play with, a brilliant hole to start the back 9. The 11th hole is a long par 4, another beautiful driving hole where Greg Norman asks you to choose the side of the fairway, and the side to choose is the left-hand side. There's a creek running down the right from about 150 metres from the tee all the way and around the green. So the left-hand side is it. There's a bailout area on the left as well, and the green is relatively flat, and watch that right-hand side because that creek is most definitely in play. The 12th hole is a bit of a sleeper. A decent carry over water, especially if the wrong wind is blowing. A short bailout area to the left-hand side. To take it on the right, you'll see water all the way around. This green is massive, relatively flat, but it will challenge you. The 13th hole is a classic short par 4, all about risk and reward. There's water on the left, and that carries the whole way to the green, out of bounds on the right, and then the right is further protected by a series of bunkers. The green itself is high on the right-hand side, low on the left. So be wary of where you're aiming because you want to be on the same level as the pin on this one. The 14th hole is a beautiful driving hole regardless of the tee you're playing from. A big par 5. All the trouble is on the right-hand side until you get near the green where all the trouble is on the left-hand side, and connecting the two is a little creek that runs across the fairway, and that will get your attention for your second shot. Get the creek on and succeed, you'll have a short wedge into a small green that's protected on the left with water and on the right with a big bunker. The green's relatively flat, but par here is a very good result on any day. The 14th hole is a short par 4, but don't let that fool you. There's water all the way down the left-hand side, and the left side of the fairway actually slopes towards the water, and that water runs all the way to the green. So you favour the right-hand side, and that brings 4 massive Norman-esque bunkers into play that really do protect the green. It's a big green. There's a lot going on, sloping from right to left and front to back. The 16th hole is another brute, requiring a long, precise drive. There's a water carry, bunkers right, these are the ones being worked on at the moment, bunkers left, and then an uphill shot into a 2-tiered green that is well protected on the left-hand side by bunkers and a nice bailout area on the right. A really strong par 4. As you'd expect from a classic, it's a short par 3 for the penultimate hole, and there's nothing easy about this one. Water all the way to the front of the green, and then bunkers left, right, and back. And whilst the green is long, there's nothing wide about it. Precision is the key here. The final hole of the Vintage Golf Club is an absolute beauty. You're hitting out of a chute, uphill, on a left to right dogleg to a green that is surrounded by bunkers. Trick number 1, get that drive away. The left-hand side is better than the right, opening up the green. Bunkers front, left, and rear, and a green that slopes from back to front. It's definitely a challenge, a hole to finish what has been a brilliant golfing experience.